Hi, welcome once again. So in this video, we will see what is decal material. Now, what is decal? Decal is basically a sort of stamp or sort of poster or sort of image, which you can, project onto a mesh. I mean, that mesh could be static or could be, movable. Here you can see this is a big block, and on block there is something which sort of poster or sort of, spark image which we have pasted. It is not material which has been pasted onto that whole mesh. It is just a sort of sticker. So let me just take this out. So this is called the decal. So here if I pull it out, you can see without changing in the actual mesh, we can take this out. We can go directly and paste it. So it is something like a poster or something like a stamp. Quite a useful material. Not necessary that every time you have to use material or a lot of changes on the material itself. I mean, you can use, these kind of a decal, like, if you want to have a crack on the wall or blood splatter or maybe some sort of poster or maybe some sort of, stain over any mesh. So you can use the decal. Please like this video if you find it informative and helpful. And yes, subscribe to our channel for more updates. Fine, then let's start. Again, to recreate a decal, we have to go back to creating a material. So right click material and name this material as decal, say decal 1. Fine. So let me open this. So here we are. Now what we need a texture. So T and click. So here we have a texture. Now you select some texture. So let us suppose you can have a lot of, so let me save a sort of poster out here. So here it is connected with the base color. Now here we are. Nothing much of a difference in creating a material and decal. Now for decal, what you have to go down in the material domain, change from surface to default decal. So here we are. Now you will see nothing is happening. So it takes time. So you can project maybe a planar. So you can see nothing is happening. Now what you have to connect is alpha with opacity. And then what you have to do is change the blend mode to translucent. So you can see something has come up. So here we are. And this is something which will come like this. Fine. Now save this. Okay. So let me delete this. Then you have something like this. Now this is not exactly the decal that you can post onto anything. So what will happen? This whole mesh will take up the decal material. Now this is just a material. It is not a decal that what you need. So Control Z. Now what you have to do is, in the visual effect, there are a lot of things in the place actor. So what you can see is a visual effect. In the visual effect, you can see there is a decal. Now you drag this. So by default, the decal material will look like this. Now what is this? It is like a box, green wireframe box with 3 directions. There is one more direction which is like this blue, which basically resembles that Z. Now this is the Z, but this is the opposite of Z. Now this blue arrow will determine where or which face or which side of any mesh the decal will be posted. Let us give okay, by default it will look like this. If I get a closer look, so it will look like this. So now what you have to enter is the material. Here you can see whenever the decal is selected, and you select this material, select it. So here we are. So you can, the moment it is on the floor, it is looking clear and it starts rendering. So this is the effect that you have to understand how deep you want it and how much you want to render. You can change the size of this material, whatever you want to do, increase the size, decrease the size. You can change the orientation. It will be based on exactly whatever we earlier in all material it works. Now we want to place this, get it over here and get it there. You can see some sort of stretching. So still you can manage it, and then you change the angle. Why we are changing the angle? Because if you remember, this is the blue arrow. The direction where the blue arrow will show, the image will be projected on that face. So you just rotate it. I think I have, so let me give a 90 degree. I think I missed that 90 degree. So here is the 90 degree. Now do some adjustment over here. Okay, so let me, so you need to make this fall on this. So here we are with our poster. Save water saver. You can increase or decrease the size based on your requirement. You can better adjust the same. So here we are. So this is something called decal. Now you can have anything. I mean, any poster, any art material, any stamp, whatever it is, you can apply it. Going back, okay. So there is a one thing which I want to show is the depth. It is still, you know, bit, the rendering will depend how far you get into it or how much is the distance. Now going back to the material itself, here what you can add, you know, you can add metallic to it, you can add specular to it, you can add roughness to it. So let us suppose even you can add, you know, normal map to it. So right now I'm not having anything for that. So this texture will treat like this. You can do whatever the changes you want based on this metallic, specular or the roughness. So let us suppose you want to show some sort of blood splatter or, you know, some sort of ink or where, you know, there is some reflection of the light. You can control those parameters from here. So whatever the changes you want to do, you can do all those changes, including that normal map you can do on the texture, and the same thing will be reflecting out here. Fine. Now this is all about decal where we are using a normal map. Now let me use some sort of, you know, PNG file. So let me use this material itself. Here is the decal. Okay, so let me create a duplicate of it. Okay. In the texture part, let me use something like, okay, so let me use this and let me see how it works. So here, this is a PNG file and you can see it looks like this, and maybe on the plane how it will look. So here it looks like this. Instead of alpha channel to opacity, let me connect RGBA to the opacity. So here we have, instead of base color, let me put it here. So we can have some glow effect. Fine. Now save it. Okay. So here is the decal material too. Select it and click it here. So here we are. So what you can see is this material being projected on the floor. So again the same thing. You can control the presence. You can control, you know, how deep it is, or you can control the orientation, whatever it is. So we have seen, you know, a normal map. We have seen an image with PNG. So the only thing what you have to do is just to get into material domain. Instead of surface, you have to select the deferred decal, and then blend mode is the translucent. And this, what you can do at times, you know, these appears to be quite light here or something like this. So what you can do is you can use the debuffer. Use this debuffer. Now you check. So this is more prominent, which is better than the previous one, and you get a better image of this poster. Now why it is coming up? Okay. Anytime, you know, you put you project, anytime you project the image onto this mesh, you can expect some sort of, you know, stretching. So in that case, you have to adjust the height, or, you know, the sorry, I changed this. So where is this decal? So this was basically decal actor. These are fine. Here is the decal actor. So you just adjust the height. So here prominently it is available. it is visible. So in some other example, what we have seen, say, here are a lot of blood stains on the two surfaces. So what you can understand, these can be put on the two surfaces. So here some sort of adjustment has been done. So what you can see, this is how the adjustment can be done. You can rotate so that the stretching mark can be reduced. It is absolutely up to you, and you need to adjust based on your mesh. So these are the various small things that you can do, or even you can control, or you can copy. So here we are. So you can copy these and you can copy all these materials again. Now what you have seen that how a decal material can be projected on the multiple mesh. It's quite an easy. It is just some sort of adjustment that you have to make based on the orientation, based on the size of the decal actor, and this is something which you can do manually. Fine. Now let me show you one more thing. Okay, so let us suppose there are multiple decal materials, and how do you manage that? Okay, so let me drag one more, or maybe let me have some blood spots on it. Fine. Now rearrange this, turn it, rotate this 90°. So here we are. You can resize this. Okay, and let me take this stains on some side. Fine. Now here there are the two decal materials, and this red one is coming onto this poster. Now what you have to do is you have to select any decal material. Let us suppose you can select this, or maybe you can select that poster also. I believe the poster is over here. Fine. Now in the detail, here you can see the sort order. The sort order is 0. Now what happens is, lower the sort order, it will go behind. Higher the sort order, it will come in the front. So here there are the two decal materials. You can put as 2, and you can see it has come up. So that's the beauty of decal material. And again, let us suppose if you want the stain materials to come up prominently, you, instead of 2, you make it 3. It will come up. Fine guys. So quite a simple material, but very useful, and a lot of creativity can be used with this material. That's it. Thanks a lot.